I'm turning 28 in 2 months and some days, yeah. And in that 28 years, I have actually never really gotten a proper job. I'm literally doing this video to, document my progress. So this is a new apartment that I just got, and so I'm turning 28 in 2 months and some days, yeah. And in that 28 years, I have actually never really gotten a proper job. Let me just give you a backstory. I'm sorry, everywhere is echoing. Like, I've not done anything in the apartment, no windows. I haven't even cleaned it, so forgive me. So, when I was 15, I got into university for a 4 years course. I graduated at 19. So, in my 300 level, there's this thing they call, in Nigerian universities, there's this thing they call IT. Everybody has to, like, do it. So, I did mine, right? But it wasn't easy for me then because I couldn't get a place because you have to, like, work somewhere related to your course of study. Couldn't get a place because it was so difficult. Like all the people that I knew that said they were going to help me and all of that, when it was actually time, I don't know if they blocked my number. I don't even know. I don't even know what's like. I don't even want to remember all of that. So I kind of made up my mind that maybe after school I'll just start a business, right? Because I knew it was not easy. Because a friend of mine and I, we were finding it very difficult to like get a place to do our IT. So we prepared one day and then we wore like this very serious corporate. We did makeup. Like if you see my face with that day, it was mad. Like full contour, everything, and then our shoes and our bag with like everything that was needed because the government is actually going to provide you with what you're supposed to submit, right? So we left the house by 9. We came back around like 4 p.m. Everybody, they're going to call us, they're going, guess what? They did not call us. So after that, I just made up my mind that maybe this 95 thing is not for me. But after I finished from school, I came out to second class upper, right? And then it was still difficult for me to find a job. Like, I don't even know why. So I made up my mind that I was going to learn coding. And another backstory, I've always really liked Linda Ikechi. Anyone that knows her, like she knows she's a blogger, right? And my middle name is also Linda. I don't know, maybe that's like the obsession. So I said, okay, because I've always really wanted to also start a blog. So I started coding, I started learning coding, HTML, CSS, Java, Python, all of that. And then before we started that, we had to do like a WordPress, like just a short WordPress course. And then from there, I picked up WordPress and then I started the blog. It was not easy. Let me tell you. Let me tell you for free. I'm sorry, this is going to be really long. So I may just, share it in parts. It was not easy. And it was so difficult. Oh my goodness. Ah, and then, like, when I first put out my blog, I was telling everybody, oh, follow me. I was posting on my WhatsApp, posting on my Facebook. I sent to all my Instagram friends, and everybody's like, oh, your blog is this. I'm like, I'm open to criticisms. Jesus. Some people criticized me. Jesus Christ. It was so painful. Like, some of the criticisms, or, I actually asked for it, though. But some people were very polite in, like, putting down their criticisms and all. But some people were just very mean. But anywho, I had a blog, and that was all that matters. Then I was just posting on my life stories and all, and they were just looking at me like, eh. Bottom line, the blog failed. Okay, but before that blog failed, my cousin knows someone else that is also a blogger. So she told him to like mentor me on blogging. So he told me that I was going to pay. I said fine. Back then, that was like 2019. It was 5K. I paid the guy. So he was going to help me do like Google Analytics and all of that. Looking back now, it was nothing serious. So the guy started the first day, he was just showing me some things on SEO. And then the next day, back then, WhatsApp, this whole regular WhatsApp status was not yet there. It was just only the like DP, I think. So I posted my picture on my DP. And the guy was like, oh, you have very nice breasts. I'm like, breasts? Like, yes, that why did I tell him that I have nice breasts? I'm like, Jesus Christ, what sort of joke is this? Bottom line, that was the end of the whole like teaching and everything with that guy because after that day I was no longer interested in whatever I had to say. Anywho, um safe to say that blog, like after a while, everything just faded out because nobody wants to like listen to your life stories. Hello. Anywho, I started the blog again. Okay, I was seriously job hunting at this point because I mean with my 2-1, I could beat my chest and say that I'm a smart person, right? But I was finding it very difficult to get jobs, right? I would go for I'll go for job. I'll go for like I'll send my applications, and then they'll book me down for like an interview date, or sometimes we'll have to write um, exams or tests, and then I'll pass it. Then the next stage would be the issue. Like it was always the issue, and I was so tired. It got to a point that there was this bank, I don't have to call the name. They kept sending me like application, like I kept going for their interviews back to back, back to. I'm like, one time I told myself, I beg, I'm not going again. I'm not going. So I finally got one year job, very year job, right? So they were looking for a vendor sales rep. It's an e-commerce business, or should I say an e-commerce site, right? So they wanted vendor sales rep. I applied, with my knowledge from blogging and SEO and all of that, and online marketing and digital. Like I was just packing all the skills that I could find. So I got that job. And after I got it, I started working. Hell, Chim, that job was not easy. Like I was panicking always. Like I was always scared, and we were going to like we'll go from Mondays to Saturdays. Like I literally just have Sundays to rest and do like every other thing that I want to do. And I'm so young, and I just knew that it was not for me. I had an accident like that same month, and I just did that job for like 2 weeks plus, and I just sent them an email and told them that I cannot do it again. I'm not doing it. So I quit. I quit that job end of February, right? And these people, instead of them to pay me, they were supposed to pay 50,000 naira, but guess what? They now paid 40,000 naira. And then I called the guy that was supposed to be my direct boss. I'm like, sir, I don't understand this money that people paid me. Oh, it's not 50,000. And he's like, no, that they never said they were going to pay anybody. They say it wasn't just me, it was me and my other colleagues. It wasn't just that it was not 50,000. Say we're going to pay us. So they said we're going to pay us 40,000. I'm like 40,000 naira. Even the 50,000, I'm killing myself from Mondays to Saturdays. No, 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 no. I'm not doing this nonsense again. And like that was the end. So the next month, which was March, I wanted to start a new blog April, my birthday, right? But I was like, let me just start it like earlier. So I started this in March, and then I started that blog in March 2022, and it was not easy because I didn't tell a single soul, like not even my parents knew. The person I was dating then, I told him that I started a blog. Okay, no, I didn't tell him the day I started, but like a month or two later, I told him that I started a blog. But till we broke up, I didn't even tell him the URL of the blog. Like he doesn't even know the domain, like the URL, like whatever. He does not know the name of the blog till today. So I started that blog, and with blogging, it takes about 6 months for you to like finally be on your feet. And then 6 months in, I started seeing like three calls, like small money, $20, 20, like I started with like $20 and increased to 100, 700, 1,000 plus. And then my blog actually started getting about 150,000 monthly views, right? And then I started making a reasonable amount of money. But it's just that Nigeria is a very shitty country, because I have a friend that is also a blogger. Because of this whole blog thing, I actually like got acquainted with a girl. She stays in the US. Like for a Nigerian, if you're earning from your blog that has about 150,000 views, you might be making about 1,000 or 2,000 maximum. Maximum. But for someone that lives abroad, especially the US, she was making almost $10,000 like every month, and like the difference is very, very clear. Then, I think, yeah, that year was good, 2022. 2023, the year was good too. There was no need for me to find a job, because which Nigerian job pays you over a 1 million naira for a graduate trainee? Yeah, except you use jazz or you like blow powder. If not, it's not possible. Okay, it might be possible. Like people that are in oil exploration fields, I think I know someone, or like that's not my field at all. I studied pure industrial chemistry in school. So I started, my blog was doing very well. 2023, towards the end of 2023, there was this Google Core update that happened, and everything just started going flat. From I was getting steady 150,000 like monthly views, sometimes to go up to 170,000, right? And then it started creeping down, coming down, coming down, coming down. And then a lot of other bloggers, they were complaining that this was happening, and it was just not me. And then I was still grateful that at least I was still seeing small change. At least then I was still seeing like $350 a month. And then it started going down till it dropped to like zero. This was like 2024. Like I'm like, my village people have caught up with me. Like they really tried me. But anywho, I tried my best, but I couldn't keep up. because somebody even approached me to sell the blog to him. I was like, no, this is literally my baby. I cannot sell it. So at the end of the day, I was not getting any traffic on it again. So I had to like let go of it. I started another blog. And the guy that I paid, I can actually do like WordPress related stuff, but because I wanted to outsource it so that I would be writing and while the guy is doing it, so that once it's ready, I'll just start putting out articles. The guy that I paid, I don't know what he did. Well, I don't know if he gave someone else the password or something. But bottom line, it was hacked. Like all my sweat was just gone, and before we could get it back, it was already ruined because it was in a bad place with Google SEO already. So I couldn't keep up with it. Like this was like 2024, beginning 2025. So I started another blog because I'm not going to this job market to go and do anything. Because honestly, even like I have siblings that are like looking for jobs and it's not encouraging. Anywho, I started a new blog in 2025 and it's going to take like towards the end of 2025 and it's going to take me like a while, about 3 to 6 months. This I started a new blog in November. So this is January already. So I've started seeing some traction on it, but it's going to take me a while. Maybe from like February, March, before I can actually like monetize it and all. And I do not have money like at all right now. So I decided to start content creation on YouTube, right? So I started this account in November 21st, one midnight. I just woke up around like 10 p.m. And then I decided I'm going to start, because I went to Accra last year. So I just said, let me put on my Accra videos because I already put them up on TikTok. Let me also just put them up on YouTube and see how it goes. So if you've made it this far to my story, can you please subscribe to my channel? Okay. This is my apartment and I don't even have money to do anything right now. Like all the money that I have, I've used it to do something else. And I really, 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 really need to get a life this year. So I told my parents that I'm moving out of the house and I'm going to get an apartment. It took my father 3 years to agree. Typical Anambra parent. But finally, he agreed, and here we are, right? So, the main reason why I wanted to leave home, I wanted to leave my comfort zone because when I'm home, like you already know, you're being fed like 5 times a day. So, like you're not going to like think about like a lot of other things that you want to think about, right? But I feel like if I'm here alone, right, I'm going to like work really hard and try really hard to like achieve my goals. And one of my goals this year is before my birthday, I want to monetize this my YouTube channel, right? And I'm asking you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do travel content, just I have not traveled in a while, but I am going to definitely start putting out travel content very soon. Okay. And just a lot of fun stuff that you would really like. Trust me, if you like it here, kindly share, subscribe, comment. I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.